Hey, reloaders out there, this is Greg. Coming today, I'm going to do a new product review. I switched or I purchased a bench priming system that I want to do a review on. But first, I wanted to go over the old system that I was using on the turret press here and explain why I started looking for a different option. Now, with the lead turret press, if you're not familiar, it has a little arm with a priming cup that rides up with the main shaft here, and basically you have a little primer container here that hangs here and has a little release mechanism in this plastic piece here. A lot of people complain about these, that they don't work very well. I've used this thing for more than 2 years straight. Never had a single problem with it. I mean, I've dropped a primer here and there. Everybody does. I think you will with any system. But basically, the way this works is you put a shell in here that's been deprimed, obviously, and you run it all the way up to the top. Then you rotate this forward and push down, and it pops a primer in the little cup there. And then on the way down, you see the arm go back in, and then on the forward stroke, down and forward, that's when it actually pushes the primer up into the case. Of course, I'm not going to do that because I don't have a primer in there. But that's how this system works. It works great. I mean, yeah, it's not super fast. I mean, up, put a primer on, come back down, push it forward, swap it out. I mean, like I said, I've never had a problem with it. It gets really good. You get really good feel for the primer going into the case. It's worked great for 2 years. I have no issue with how the system works. The thing that I have a problem with. Let me see if it's gonna show up. Let me get this out of the way. Bear with me here. I'm gonna move the camera up just a little bit so you can see this thing a little better. Basically, this. You still can't see it. Doggone it. Bear with me here, folks. There we go. So this little doodad here, basically it's a little plastic, it's a hanger, a plastic bracket that the primer container swings on, and it goes in there. But the problem is when you have when you have this off of there, you've got this thing hanging out in the open. And I'll tell you, this thing is deadly. These little tips are all super sharp plastic. And I'm in my office here. It's pretty tight space in here. You don't really see it on the camera, but to the right of my bench is my desk. I work full time as a support technician for an online company, so I work in here every day for 8 hours. And I didn't really have a lot of space available to me when I wanted to start reloading, so I had to kind of shoehorn this bench in here, 7 feet long, to get it in here. So anyway, it's a tight space in here, and I have scratched my arm and my side and so many different things hitting this darn plastic bracket here because of how sharp it is. And typically, I'm priming all my cases now ahead of time, so I remove this. Obviously, when this is on here, if you're using the turret the way it's supposed to, this stays on the whole time. You prime a case, and then the turret rotates. So you always have this thing kind of in the way. So now I prime my cases separately, prime them all first, and I remove this to open up, obviously open up the space here in the press. But again, I've got this thing. So finally, after the last time, I was reaching for something back here and ripped up my arm and my side pretty good on this stupid thing a couple of times. And I was like, that's it. I want this bracket to go away. So that's what made me decide to go with a bench priming system. So I'm going to go ahead, and I just wanted to kind of show you the old process. I said it works great. Never had any problems, but I want to eliminate this. And the bench priming system is a bit faster. You'll see that here once we get it mounted. I'm going to swap it out. It's on a quick change plate, just like this is. So I'll pause the video, swap that out, and be right back. Okay, so here it is in all its glory, the Lee bench priming system. Now you see I've got it mounted here on the adapter plate, so I can just there's actually 2 screws on each side here on this bottom one that you loosen. This whole plate slides out with the primer attached, and then I can put my other presses in when I depending on what I'm using. But this is how it comes assembled in the box. It also does come with the hardware. It comes with 2 bolts and nuts and washers, so it comes with the mounting hardware. And then it also comes with 2 of these little mechanisms, and these are the actual thing that holds the primers and puts the primers in place. And you'll have 2 sizes of these. One's a large and one's a small. It says right back on the, forget where that was at, but, oh, there it is. It's at the very top. If you can see it there on the top right, it says bear barely see it says small. So I'm doing small rifle primer. So this is the one I'm going to select. And then obviously it comes with a primer holder. You can see I've already got some primers stored in this one or added to this one. And it's very simple to set up. I said it comes like that. All you do is grab the size that you want. Obviously, again, this is the small one. And basically, it just slides in. Just like, I guess an easy way to tell, you can see where on the top here, that's where your primers are going to go in, the holder. So you know that it's going to go in just like this. And basically what you need to do, you need to lift the handle in order for this to slide back in. And then you also you're going to need to get shell holders or case holders. You can see these are not the regular ones that go into the press. These are flat. They don't have that extra piece on the bottom. And you can see in the back here, you do have to purchase these separately. I went ahead and purchased the whole, the whole set that comes with all the different ones. I want to say that was about 25 bucks. So you hold this up, and you have to kind of slide this back, and then you just drop the shell holder in place like so. Let it go, and you see now the handle is up and it has a little bit of tension on it. When you load the primers, this is one of off my other from my turret press, but basically these open up into a flat shape like that. And the way I do it, I take I take a tray of primers. Obviously this tray's inside here. I add it like this, flip the whole thing over, then drop the primers on, and then you need to shake them. It's got that little, the texture there that when you shake them, it puts them right side up, and you want them in this bottom half. You don't want it in the top there, obviously, because you've got to fold that closed. So you give it a little shake until they're all down in this area here. Close it up, and you put it on lock. You're gonna make sure you get that right, because if you don't, when you tip that up, all the primers are going to come out. So you put it in the lock position, which the one that actually has primers in it over here is locked. And then all you do is just drop it into the primer. You'll hear a little, it'll snap into place. And then you move the little switch to on, and then all the primers now are dropping down inside the mechanism here. And at that point, you're ready to prime. You can see I've done about 75 here in the background. You just basically drop a case in. It doesn't take a whole lot of, there's no primer there in that first one. There we go. You have to crank the handle once to get a primer to drop. As you see there, does an excellent job. Very little pressure required with this. It kind of looks like like a kangaroo or some kind of wild animal or something. But yeah, it's very simple to do. You see, primer in there. Yeah, that's all there is to it. Like I said, I took it straight out of the box. I probably had it mounted up within just a few minutes. And priming cases, just that fast. Works great, nice and flush. Some people, when I was online looking for reviews of this, I found a lot of really old stuff, like back from 2015, 2016. Had a different mechanism. There was like a spring back here, and so Lee has updated this as as the years have gone by. They've updated this and put a better mechanism in it. So obviously it's plastic. Over time, you see how it holds up. But again, Lee, what I'll do, I will actually jump online and order some extra ones of these for free. I found out that anytime you order parts for something you've purchased from Lee, the first time you go through their site, they give you the parts for free. And then only after that do they charge you for the parts after that. So you do have to pay for the shipping. So I'll probably go ahead and go through and order 2 spares for the large and small, just to have those on hand in case this ever breaks, so it doesn't put me out of commission. But that's it. It's a very simple machine. Very got on that case. Huh, something on that case. Yeah, very simple to set up, very simple to operate. It's very fast. You're not doing multiple steps here. Basically drop it in, crank the handle, pull it out. So it goes very quickly. Doesn't you get good feedback through the handle. Does not require a lot of effort. That's something else I'm running into as I've gotten older. I'm having a lot of carpal tunnel problems with my right arm, probably mostly from work. I sit at a desk and move a mouse all day and type. I'm a support technician for an online company helping customers. So my right arm is really bothering me. So anything that was like a hand primer or anything like that, I was not interested in, because my right arm, the problems I'm having with my right hand and my right arm, I wanted something that, and the cool thing about this, you can also flip this around and use it left-handed. I have it set up for right-handed, but it really doesn't bother me because it just requires such a little amount of pressure to put the primer in. The way they've set it up and the leverage they've got, it just does not take a lot of effort. So it doesn't bother me using my right hand. But you can switch it around, just flip it around and use it left-handed as well, if you're left-handed. Other than that, reliability-wise, like I said, I just got it, so time will tell how the plastic parts and things hold up. But as far as function, it works flawlessly, no issues at all. I really don't see, as long as I take care of it and take it easy, I don't see having any problems with it. Other than that, trying to think of anything else I could mention. I said it was around $26. You could probably find it cheaper elsewhere. Of course, I went with Amazon because I got the fast shipping. And patience is not my strong suit. When I want something, I want it yesterday. So I ordered it through Amazon. So if you have any questions or want to know anything else about it, feel free to drop me a comment, and I'm happy to post up some other anything else that you need. Testing this now. I'm also going to be doing a review on the custom powder drop stand I have for my lead turret press, provided by Treetop Flyer. I'll be doing a review of that here shortly. So just trying to ramp up and get more content added to the channel for you guys. So let me know what you need, what you want to see out there. Obviously, most of my stuff is centered around the lead turret press. That's the press I've owned and used for a couple of years. But yeah, it's cool. You're always the reloading process is a constant learning process. You're exposed to different things as you go along, and you're always kind of upgrading things. You're trying this, trying that. The other system, the other way I was priming worked fine, but I got tired of that mount. Always scratching me up. So now I'm going to this, and I've also got a new case trimming system that I'll be showing and reviewing here as well. So anyway, thanks for. I know I'm getting a little long-winded. I'm going to get this video cut here, and look forward to some more content coming. All right, thanks.